I've got this kiln. I'm about ready to open it. I fired another kiln last night. It is over here next to me. It's very warm. This one, last night before I started the other kiln, it was at around 300 degrees. So I propped it open a little bit, and I can see inside, and looks like everything fired really well, fired correctly anyway. So we are about to open it now. It is it's warm. It's cool to the touch. It's a little bit just a little bit warm, but nothing that's hot or anything. So I'm not going to use the gloves right now. I'm just going to open this and see what everything else looks like. Got a This is one of the peep hole plugs that we put in here to keep some of the heat in. When I fired my other kiln last night, I put some of the ones that were in here over there, and I had one left over. Want to make sure I get that out so it doesn't fall out and trip me as I'm walking around. But here we go. This is the glaze I did 2 nights ago. Here we go. Got lots of little sheeps. Looks like my mugs come out pretty good. I've got I know that the kiln itself is cool, so I'm gonna kind of tap some of the pots to make sure they're not too warm, but they're not either. They're fine. This one was a large yarn bowl, and it came out a little bit wonky. This one will definitely be a second, and this is one that there was a batch a couple weeks ago of bowls I was throwing that I made really, really thin. And this is what happens sometimes when the walls get too thin. The hooks warp and slump a bit. So I'm going to hand this one over to my assistant, and that's going to be a second. But these two, they're a little bit smaller, but they're much more stable. And these two came out great. Great, great, great. So I want to get all these little sheeps out. I had to refire some of these, but they've come out really nicely. Just going to stack them. Sometimes the feet are a bit too wide to stack, so we play Jenga for a second. Shoot, that one almost sealed up, but it's a little bit wonky, but it's still good. And I'm emptying this kiln right now, and lifting this kiln shelf out very carefully because I don't want to take anything else with me. And what I mean by that is I have the kiln stilts that are underneath that are in two pieces. And sometimes when I pick the shelf up, I might pick up this little piece or the whole thing. And as I'm lifting it, it might fall off and break something else. So you got to be careful when lifting things out. Want to get these out of the way just to make sure that I don't knock anything over. I'm going to get the rest of these animals out of my way. Now, the further down in the kiln I go, the little bit warmer it's going to get. So I may have to end up getting some gloves. But right now, these are still just pleasantly warm to the touch. So this is the sweet pea snippet bowl I was working on that says create on the front of it. All the snippets can come with a single line of text on them, and this person chose to put create on there because it's going to hold the tools that they use to knit or crochet or do needle arts. So that was very nice. And then with that order, we've got the matching needle holder. Then I've got some of my custom orders that came out really nice. I've got, of course, these are some of my curse word mugs. And then just some of the ones that were double-sided. They all came out really well, not a problem. So I'm going to get these out of here and get these shipped out today. And then I'm going to test the kiln shelf just to make sure that it's not too warm. Lift it very gently, and then I'll move it over to my shelf. These things aren't really all that heavy. They're just kind of awkward to lift in and out of the kiln like this. So yeah, they're getting a little bit warmer, but it's may need to grab some gloves. May need some gloves. Where's the second pair of gloves? There. So with this, you can look for one of these denim bowls in the spring issue of Knit Simple, I think it is. They're going off to a magazine. I want to go ahead and get my stilts out of here. That one's kind of stuck right there for a second, so I'll wait and get it out in a minute. Okay, now I'm going to get these animals out of here. A couple more pigs. And little animals. Now this one was a custom order from Twitch user Matt Hemme, and I think it turned out great. Oh my gosh, this thing is so cute. We've got little white feet and then white tips on the front of it, and then little custom markings and the yellow eyes. This came out really nice. So this one will be on its way to Twitch user Matt Hemme today. And then one little sheep. And then most of the rest of these are also custom orders, and we'll just get these out of here, and I think everything's looking pretty good. Sometimes I worry about the glazes with the jade on them are running, but this one didn't run at all. It's very good. I actually thinned out the glaze a little bit because in the last, the glaze before this, I had some of the jade and iron glaze run, so I thinned it out a bit so it would look better, and it looks really good. So some more curse word mugs. What would life be without more curse word mugs? And again, these are all custom orders that either came from my website or the website of one of my customers, Stitch Diva. And then I have those stamps that I make myself that I offer, and then I can also do the custom text. Yeah, this is one of my favorite glazes, and it came out perfectly this time. This is the Arizona Sunrise, and I love how it has areas of purple and pink. Sometimes it comes out a bit pinker, sometimes it's more purple. This is perfect. I love this one. And then this is the Starry Night, which is a nice cobalt blue. All right, now we've got the next layer. We'll get this one out of here. Whoop, heard something rattle. Now this one, there was a glaze kind of stuck to the kiln shelf there, and I didn't set a pot there. I set my stilt on that area just so I wouldn't have a pot stuck to that area. I need to take a grinder and clean that off. Sometimes it gets kind of awkward lifting and getting my hands around these shelves when I'm wearing the fuzzy gloves. That's better than burning myself. Okay, there's one more mug over here. This is a left-handed curse word mug. All right, we got more of the pig yarn bowls. And the bunnies. Little bunny yarn bowls. And you'll see on the bunnies, I don't tend to glaze the eyes. Same thing with the pigs. I don't put any glaze on the eyes for the bunnies or the pigs because it seems like, I don't know if it's just the way they're not recessed or they don't stick out very far. Every time I put glaze on them, they tend to run really bad. And so whether it's black or blue, it really either looks like I have demonic weeping bunnies or just really sick, sad bunnies. So I just don't glaze them at all. And then I'll go back and add the eyes later, add some color for the eyes later. So we don't need demonic bunnies in the world. And more sheep. Sheep, sheep, sheep. So we are down to the last layer now, and not sure how well you can see down in here. It should be mostly animals on this bottom layer. Let me get all my stilts out of here. It's a bit of a stretch to get down to that last one. Oh yeah, we've got some black sheep in here. Some black sheep and some kitty cats. So first I'm going to grab the white sheep. There we go. Then the black sheep. And on this sheep, the white clay, the faces that are white, that's actually the raw color of the clay once it's been fired. And I've got one more black sheep here and the kitty cats. This is the standard kitty cat that I make and have on the website. It's the little got his black face, white snout, and then sock feet. All right, these are the last two little kitty cats in here. Uh-oh. Looks like we had an accident here. We got a crack all the way through the ear. I have never had that happen before. It goes all the way through the bowl. I don't know what happened. Either maybe I was holding it the wrong way when putting it in here. I've never had something crack all the way through the bowl and through the face like that. So I don't know if there was something already there and I didn't see it until afterwards, or I mean, I obviously didn't see it, but it's got a little bitty cracked ear, like it's been in a fight or something. So this one will actually just be a second. I will, when I go to the shows, sometimes pieces that are a little bit less than perfect, like this one, will go with the shows to me, and I'll just sell them at a discount because it's cracked, but still perfectly good, still perfectly usable. But that's something, you know, sometimes you never know what's going to happen until they come out of the kiln. So got these two. All right, and that's it. Now I'm going to be working on another glaze today, so I'm going to get my cameras moved over to the glazing station, and then I'm going to get started on that. I'm going to be glazing a lot of mugs and a few bowls, but mostly mugs today. So give me a little bit, maybe about an hour, and I will be back on to start glazing. Thanks for watching, everybody.